Good morning. We've just pulled back up on the Cobra job. Scaffolders are here. Scaffolds getting put all the way up and round, so we're going to try and keep out their way as best we can. We're going to concentrate on this retaining wall. So yeah, not going to get much footage in today. Like, scaffolders are busy doing their thing. We're just going to concentrate on this little retaining wall. I'll put some pictures up in a little while of where we get. I mean, it's already, so it's 20 to 11 now. I've been and looked at a couple of jobs this morning, another big extension, and yeah, and a big old wall, big retaining wall, patio that needs to be all raised up, so it's going to be like 9-inch concrete blocks and all filled in with crush. Big set of steps. So yeah, cut the job viewings, and now we're back on the job in Cobra. But we're going to keep out the scaffolders way and do what they got to do. Like I said, we're going to play here on this retaining wall. So we're just bringing this retaining wall round. It's basically 3 courses of block, and there where it steps up, that step weren't quite 225 on the footings, so we've had to put a course of brick just to keep it running true. And Dino's on the old trowel. He's on the trowel. He's on the trowel. Oh, loving it. Enjoying it. That's the main thing. Yeah, perfect little opportunity to be learning. Little retaining walls like this. This backside's never going to be seen. We've got base brickwork coming in here. It's going to hide all this. But yeah, enjoying it. And little opportunity just to learn the trade. Meanwhile, scaff is up. Scaff is up and ready. So maybe a little bit later on today I'll have a little bump out on there, and then carry on this retaining wall. Anytime we need to, we can just jump on it. So yeah, perfect. Loving it. Morning, Monday morning, and on the extension at Cobra, going to be bringing this side up this morning, tying it in with this pier, and then eventually we're going to be running over the existing building into that chimney. But we're going to get this corner up, get this up to the bearing height for the lintel, take that up, and yeah, I'll put some pictures on. But I hope you all had a good weekend. Blue skies again, a little bit of rain this morning, so a little bit of a delayed start, but yeah, we're getting there. We're going to make some progress, so stay tuned. Alright, Tuesday, back to all 3 of us. We've got Leon on the trowel, running in his side. He's running the internal this morning. Yeah, he's run this internal. Basically yesterday, you can see there where I had it racked up, didn't I? And now he's running into that chimney, and then he's just putting the top course on now, and that leaves us, because then we're 1 above scaffold height. And then he's going to put the insulation in, 2 course of brick through there to bring us back true to level, and then he's going to run the external block work into this over here. The lintel's on. This morning I've gone over this side and took this side up. So I took the internal up and then insulated, took the external up, brought this reveal round, internal and external, and here we've got the lintel on, and that lintel is absolutely bang on. Ain't gonna get no better than that. That was absolutely bob on there. And yeah, so that now leaves me, I can run this internal round. I can put 1 course over the lintel. Now the spec, because this isn't a heavy duty lintel in here, and that's a 3.750 in length, so it's 3.7 and 50mm. It's not heavy duty though, so basically what that means is I can put the first course through, And then above that, between this window and the window that's going up on the first floor, inside the joints, in the bed joint, it's got to have some reinforcing. And that's what was basically shown on the spec. So, yeah, absolutely perfect. Absolutely bang on. Profile's all up now, ready for the external. Same that end, but we're going to run the internal round first. Got one course over the lintel, and we'll be ready. We'll get the one course round on the external, over the lintel, and then got the cavity tray to go in, some weep holes. So yeah, all good. Oh, good morning. We are in Crowborough. It's fresh this morning, but today involves bringing this blockwork round here, setting out the window that's up here for the first floor, but we're going to get it up and ready for scaff. That's the plan of the day. I want to get it all battened up and ready, so then we're done up there. We'll get the scaffold all cleaned off. And talking of cleaning off, Ash, Mahoney Brickworks, I saw your little story, mate, and let's just, yeah, all right, our brush ain't quite so clever, but we've left it overnight, both of them. Like I said, the brush has seen better days by a long shot. Might have to get the wire brush on it, but
done the job though.
It's done the job. Top man. Oh yes, this is the reinforcing. It's going in the bed joint. So basically I put the tray on. Here's my brick clamps, my Fitz brick. The old Fitz bricks brick clamps. Hold it all in place. Brick that end. But that's my tray. My tray's going on there now. Reinforcing. This is going to go in the bed. And all we do is just push it down. So we push it down into the bed. Just like that. Get it down there. And this, all because, like I was saying in the previous part of this video, the lintel in here isn't heavy duty. So basically we've got to put this in every bed joint now up until we get to the window above, just for strength. Right, so we're just stopping for break. What I've done is I've took the internal blockwork up, built this corner up to height, put the tray in, done the same that end, just took that corner round. You can see, and then the reinforcing string that goes in the bed joint, that's through. So I'm going to run these 4 courses in, and yeah, and that'll be after break. Let's see where we're going from now. Alright, that's it then. End of play Wednesday, and we are, apart from getting that to the reveal and that end to the reveal, we are up to the next lift. So it's all good. I can put another couple on here tomorrow morning. This little bit I can't do anything with yet. There's a steel detail inside that the client and the architect and the structural engineer will need to go over because it doesn't quite work. So yeah, that's us. We've gone from here today. You can see where it's all wet. Yeah, so yeah, all good. Cavity tray through here, weep holes. One there, one there, one there, one there, one there, and one there. So yeah, all good. Yeah, just return this corner. You can see through here. I've set that block on there and one the other end, just so it goes off for the morning. In the morning we'll whip these profiles down as time's getting on now. But yeah, So far so good. I did mark out and put a cut on there for the reveal, but the drawings I've got, you scale the drawing, it gives you one measurement, and then the window, it tells you a figure that's a different measurement. So the client just needs to make his mind up on the size of this window in here, and then I can put a cut on there, and then bring this along to match there and there. And then yeah, that will be us up to scaffold. So yeah, jobs are good then. Right, so been here about an hour or so and jumped up. I think I only had about 15 blocks today, to be fair. Internal, I put the cut on, and the same this side. But that's where it's at now. We are up ready for the next lift. That's the window in here, set out. There is, I think it's a 150 cut or 2 course of brick to go on there, just to take it to underside a sill. But once the next lift's up, I'll be able to get it all marked out and get it exact. That side, there's a new little bit of detail. I was saying about the stills, steel detail in there is changing, so I can't run this side in yet. But tomorrow we're going to go inside. There's a little wall inside, there's a little extra that was basically in here. This insulation that you can see there, just the other side of that ladder, that's the inside the cavity. There was a Celcom wall there, but the joints were all over the show, and I've got to try and tie a pier in it for underneath the steel that runs across from that wall right across internally, where you can see just through there where Leon finished that pier on the inside with a pad stone on it. Got the same to do the other side, but it needs to tie in to that little wall. Now this side is all done. That's all run back in as far as we can to there. I think we've got 3 or 4 more courses once the scaffold goes up along this side, then return, window goes up. We've got like a little gable, like a flat top gable, because the roof, the new roof is going to be similar to what that existing is. So even though it goes up gable both sides, it's a flat top because there's a little like cat side type roof coming towards the front. So we're not taking it right up to a point, but that would allow for the window to go up into that area. So yeah, jobs are good, and nice brickwork detail below. That's all gone off. Really is nice. I wish it was all brick. Originally this was all going to be brick, and originally we was going to be taking all this roof off and taking this right up first floor all in brick and block work. That's not happening now. The porch, this roof was coming off and that was going up all in brick and block work, but that's not happening now. It's going up in timber, and then this was all going to be brick and block work, but it's now just block work. So really we've got the extension and we've got the retaining wall over there, which, to be fair, now this is all ready and up, we can't do anything else up there. That's done. That's really needing the scaffold. I'm going to drop over here for the rest of today, just using up these bricks that we've got. So there's not a lot over there, but we'll jump on that retaining wall in a little while. So yeah, the extension, for now we're up for the next lift. Right, just using the timer on the retaining wall. Nice curved retaining wall. This is the bit we just jumped on last week. I'll just take it from here, as you can see. About 20 minutes. And yeah, just run that now to there now. I'm going to continue it round to the end of the footing where that end of that rock is there. I'm going to have a step in it at some point though. because we're not going to be able to bring brick on edge around level. That's level now from this point all the way around. But you can see somewhere sort of here, by the time we put the brick on edge, like the brick on edge is fine all through this section. Once we get to about here, the bank slowly creeps uphill, especially here. So we're going to have to probably put a step, find the halfway point, probably put another 2 courses, run 2 courses down, then a brick on edge, and then keep this end at the height it is, or maybe put one more. But yeah, we'll decide that once we get to the end, and we know where we're at. Right, well that's as far as we can get on the retaining wall. We literally have those bricks there. We're not going to knock any more muck up because today was 20 bricks, if that. And yeah, that's it. So we're going to have 2 courses. Hold on, let's start this end. We're going to have brick on edge on here for that third, then a course and a brick on edge for that third, 2 courses and a brick on edge for that third. So we're going to have 2 steps in the wall, breaking it into 3 sections. So that's the retaining wall, as far as we can go for now. But yeah, another half a day on that, and that one will be all wrapped up. Now we're as far as we can go. I said earlier on the other story, we're as far as we can get. Now you're probably thinking, why on earth we put a big tarpaulin up there? Now the weather tomorrow, looking forward and in prep, we've covered all that up, because tomorrow, the wall I mentioned earlier, where all that installation is, we're going to be building that up. Now you can see the tarp there. We're going to be in the dry, so it doesn't matter how hard it rains tomorrow, we can carry on. So yeah, always forward planning, and covered up the blocks ready for tomorrow. Brick jackets doing their job. Blocks are over there underneath the insulation. Still 2 bands of blocks over there, and yeah, so that's that. We're as far as we can get, to be honest. Day here tomorrow, doing that wall in there and the pier underneath the steel, putting the padstone on. And we've got half a day on that retaining wall. Now we've got 3 course a block on that, it's all confirmed. 3 courses down that edge, 3 courses on top of it down that side, and running it into the existing once the steel detail's all done. And then it's just this front, so there ain't a lot left here. We're nearly there, and that's another one wrapped up, almost. Very morning, Friday, and the weather is on our side at the moment. The sun is just popping up over them trees over there. The weather forecast looks set later on this afternoon. We're going to get the aftermath of Hurricane Ian. But yeah, we're all good. Like I said, extension's all up. We're weathered in anyway. I'm going inside. We're just literally setting up. Dean's putting a mix on. First thing I've got to do is into the existing house where they're joining on. I've got to put an air brick in now. So drills out, all set up, ready. I'm going to take a brick out. We've got the clay bricks. Basically, it's going to be very similar to this. So clay brick. Then I'll go inside and I'll put the telescope and the plastic rising and extender pieces in, and then that'll get built into the new bit of block work that I'm doing inside, which is that little extra wall that I said about yesterday, which is over there where the insulation is over there. It's going to get built up, so down obviously below DPC there will be like the vent for underneath the suspended floor, which will then tie in with my air vent on the outside. So yeah, going to do that this morning, and then we'll get set up inside and yeah, get that little block wall built. Just a minute ago I was on the outside. I'm on the inside now, but I was on the outside and I've took that brick out. I've just set that in there loose, but that's where the clay brick's going to go. That will get bedded in later on. Now we're going to take the vent, and that vent is basically going to sit in there. like that. That's got to get packed in there. There we are. We're in. That's going to get put in there like that. That is in there quite sturdy, but that needs just pucking in with muck. Then just hold it in place. This will have a little lintel over the top, so it's going to be like a half brick here, half brick there, little lintel over the top. Run the blocks along here to the end of the lintel, coarse brick over the lintel, and then that brings me back again good for blocks. But this is the little extra. If I step back, you will see here, this little footprint you see here is where the pier is going to be, basically identical to that side. That's going to go in there. That then ties into this. Because the cell cons weren't down, we just ran that up like a straight stop end. Didn't tie into it, of course, because we knew the cell cons were going to come down. All I'm doing now is I've toothed out the halves, and I will just run that in, join that into the pier. Course a block on top of this, obviously the lintel I've just explained over that, running around and then tying back into this. And then this is the detail. There's going to be a pad under there with a pad running this way to pick up another steel with a pad underneath all that. Yeah, it's all a bit of a strange detail. It's hard to explain, so we're not really going to go into it, but that was a quick form. Back in running into this, we're building a corner here for the internal. It's going to come round, appear there and tie into that. So yeah, that's today's little number, and we're all weathered in. Obviously over there's the extension we've done, that's the internal. But yeah, that's today's number. We're going to be blocking that up. And there we have it. It's the block work up ready. There's a pad, I think there's a pad on here, then a pad on top of that, and then another pad going in this area. These are the like sort of medium weight concrete, so these on the pier are really the dense heavyweight blocks, because that's going to be taking that steel. So I've had to only come up to there, because otherwise it's going to start bellying out under its own weight. So all I've done is got up to there. I've then racked this up just so I can get up to the height, ready for pads. But yeah, air bricks in there. Just going to go outside in a minute. I'm just going to bed in the little clay brick and joint round it. But yeah, a couple of hours, and that's us wrapping up now. We didn't get here too late, so yeah, all good. So that's as far as we can get on this one. Monday, Tuesday we're going to go block paving. Possibly back here Wednesday, just do a few little extras like bricking in windows on the existing house. But that'll be in the next video. So for now, enjoy your weekend, and that's a wrap for this video. So yeah, if you like what you're watching, like, smash through that subscribe button, and yeah, leave a comment below, see if you enjoyed it. And yeah, I'll catch you on the next one. Take care, guys.